Hi guys, so in the second video we're going to take a look at some of the intervening points in our car trip that we talked about in part 1. Make sure to check that out just so you can learn how to find the average speed for an entire trip traveled. Okay, so what if I just wanted to find out how fast I went for a certain leg of a trip? So I talked to you guys in class yesterday a little bit about my commute to work, how I go over a bunch of different highways and I also do some back road driving. So say, what if there was a car accident along our 100-mile trip and we ended up having to sit in traffic for a good amount of time? So let's look at the rate of traffic or the rate of change from point Q to point S. First thing we got to do is determine what the actual coordinates for those points are from looking at the graph. And you can see Q is resting halfway in between 60 and 80. So we're going to end up being able to call it 70 for mileage. And for time, it's sitting right over the 1. All right. So our point Q stands at X is 1 hour and Y is 70 miles. Now let's look at point S. So our grid is split up into quarters between each whole number. So it looks like we're at 1, 2, 3 quarters. So 3/4 of an hour, 1.75 hours into our trip. And our distance traveled is 70. So now we have our points picked out. Now we just need to label them, then plug them in. So 1 is x1, 70 is y1, 1.75 is x2, and 70 is y2. Now we labeled them, let's plug them in. So we have x2 of 70 minus x1 of 70 over x2 of 1.75 and x1 of 1. We do out the math and we end up with 0 over 0.75. And I'm sure you all remember that anything with a 0 in the numerator simply equals 0. So how fast did we travel when we were sitting in that traffic from a car accident on the highway? 0 miles per hour. Now that's just one thing I pulled out of my head as a reason why we might be stuck in one spot, but it could be anything. Maybe you stop for a nap on the long ride. Maybe you stop for a bite to eat at one of the plazas and decide to hang out for a little bit. That's part of the fun of being able to look at these graphs and come up with your own stories. But this is one example of how to find average speed within some of the various points on a time distance graph. All right, so again, just like the other video, this isn't the end all be all, but it should get you going through the rest of the lesson. And if you have any questions, we can talk about it tomorrow. Good luck, guys. I will see you in class.